long time no video. I think last time I uploaded a video, it was like October 26th. Yeah, life just kind of got in the way of that. I was busy and depressed and, didn't really have, it wasn't on my priority list to make YouTube videos during this time, and I was traveling a little bit, and I just needed to focus on other things. But in this video, I really wanted to talk about my 2026 planner, and yeah, how I plan, what I plan for this year, and all that good stuff. This is my only 3 months of my 2025 planner. It was meant to be for the fall term. I didn't end up going to classes for the fall, so it was really just a fall planner. Even though it was or is set up for school, I don't actually have any classes, so yeah, I didn't actually take any classes or anything. I just tattoo right now, as you can see. I am enrolling in classes for the spring term, so I do start classes in January, but it's at a new school for me, and I'm a little nervous and a little excited. So this is my 2026 planner. It is all the sparkles are just this cover. It's in a Life Noble Note section planner or notebook that I turned into a planner. So the thing about me is I don't like to use pre-printed, pre-structured planners. I actually really don't vibe with those. I don't think there's anything wrong with using them. It's not an ethical or moral thing for me. It's simply, it just doesn't work for me. I really just need to use my own kind of planner. I've been planning this way since 2020 or 2019. Before 2020 or 2019, I kind of was using the bullet journal method, which also didn't really work for me. It was too random or too I don't know, it's not really as structured as I would have liked it to be. But the thing about pre-printed planners is they're way too structured and organized in a way that doesn't really make sense for me personally. So the way I like to do planners is kind of kind of a riff or a derivative of the bullet journal, but it's just the same thing every single month and it repeats itself. So it's not like I'm doing something different every single time you turn the page, right? It's it's always the same thing every month. And so it is structured like a real planner. It just kind of but I do have a monthly overview. I have my habit tracker. And then I just goes into my daily planner. I don't do a weekly or monthly overview because I don't need to. I don't need to see the whole week or the whole month in front of me. And there's usually just not enough space. So right now, this is the beginning of January. So I just have a personal to-do box. Usually I would have 4 different sections under one day. But I don't start classes until the 12th. So that's when I start to section it off. And the reason I do this is because I'm a student, and it really helps me to just be able to see everything I need to do in a day and have it categorized, because I don't want just one big list of everything that's due or needs to be done and it not have some kind of order. I really like that I can look in these sections and know exactly what they mean. What goes under them is I don't know, personal to do. I would put household chores or errands or tattoo stuff under here. Studying to do would be anything I need to just study. like, or get homework done. But it's not the due dates for my homework. It's just like days. It's just when I need to be doing the homework. And then homework due is when, it's like, if on Monday, January 12th, I actually had a piece of homework due, I would write it under there. And classes is like, for that day, what classes do I have, what time, what building, all that stuff. So yeah, it changes a little bit every day, like, because I would have different classes every day, I'll have different homeworks, due dates, but what I might study every day might be similar. Personal to-do will change every day unless I have, like, a routine of things, which I don't really. I kind of just do things as I need to do them. But yeah, in the end of the month, I have, like, a little, like, notes section for, like, just random tidbits of information from that month that I'd like to, like, archive. Or, like, if I get any kind of ephemera that, like, stickers or receipts or movie tickets or anything that I want to keep, I would tape it here. So February, like, the rest of I only have filled out January so far because it's still December and January is a month away. Like, it's today, it's December. Like, it's December 1st right now. So I've only filled out January so far just to kind of, like, start planning for starting school again. I haven't been in classes in 6 months, so I'm a little wary of not being, like, in the right headspace for that. But I haven't filled out anything for the rest of the whole planner, because I just haven't yet. But maybe towards the end of this video, I will, like, just have a silent filling out of this planner. Probably only up until May, if that, because I don't want to plan past May, because May is when my semester ends. And if I plan, I don't know what my summer will look like, if I'm going to take classes in the summer or not. So I don't want to, like, fill this out anticipating classes when I'm not going to take classes, or when if I, like, change my mind or something. So I'll probably leave June, July, August blank, but I might fill up to May. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, it's literally just writing the same thing down everywhere. It's not that hard. But yeah, that's my little planner for 2026. I think it's cute. Also, like, typically when I would always do planners, I would never use colored headers or titles or whatever. Like, that's just not something I've ever done before. I thought it would look cool this time around, and I think it does. I think it looks real cool. It's very bright. It matches the notebook. Black, red, and creamy color. I think it looks very nice. But yeah, this is kind of like the index and the pen test. This is the very beginning. And at the end of my planner, I do kind of like a bunch of different stuff. I don't know what all these blank pages are, but back here is like, oh, I guess August is just not filled out at all. Okay, that's why. Those are blank pages. But so, like, this is the August notes, and then, like, I like to budget by hand. Like, I will break out an Excel or Google Sheet every now and then to, like, really get into the nitty-gritty of it, but I kind of just like to, like, list out my monthly expenses and what I, like, project my income to be and what's left over and how I will use what's left over. So it's pretty simple, and yeah. And then, like, I'm gonna do that for every month. And then the monthly reviews are, like, this is, like, a reflection, like, area where, like, I will, like, have prompts, for each, I'll have multiple prompts for each month of, like, what goals did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish, stuff like that. And it just helps me kind of like remember the month and how I felt about it, and like and not get too like bogged down in the future, because I tend to do that. I'm very prone to like just like forging ahead and not thinking about what I've done and only thinking about what I'm going to do. Can actually attribute that to a lot of anxiety. I'm not a worrier of the past. I am a worrier of the future, and therefore the present and past often are simply forgotten and neglected. So after the monthly reviews is kind of just like a two-page spread area for just like visual journaling. So this space I think is pretty similar to like what I've allotted for like each month's notes page, where like I would like put ephemera and stuff here. But I guess I would be more creative with this one and less like functional. I haven't like done this. I don't do this in all my journals, like or planners. I don't like plan. Not every single planner is created equal or the same. Like this is the largest one I've used in a while. Like since I started going to school, and like really found a way that planning works for me for school, I tend to like keep my planners by semester. And because I've always gone to a term school, so a term is only 10 to 12 weeks, so it's only about 3 months. So my planners would only be for 3 months. But now that I'm going to a semester school, I wanted it to be for a lot longer, because my spring semester is 5 months long, and I may or may not take classes in the summer, and fall semester starts in September. So I wanted to have a new planner ready for September, but like it's okay. Like I don't mind that the summer's like smashed into this one, because I may or may not take classes over the summer. And it would be like a very short, like they would be very quick, like 5 or 6 week, 7 week courses if I did take classes over the summer. So there's no real reason to have like a separate planner dedicated to just the summer months. Up until now, like for the past few years, like 2 to 3 years, that's how I've been doing my planners, is like just every couple of months I do a new planner. And I like doing it that way, because it keeps planning very fresh for me. I'm never in a planner for so long, like a whole year, and to where like it starts to get uncomfortable to write in because there's so much stuff in it, or it just starts to kind of become boring for me, because I'm so used to looking at the same planner every day. I'm hoping this one's not too long for me, since I got so used to just being in a planner for 3 to 4 months. But I think it'll be fine, because I really like this notebook. I really like this paper. I think I have structured this planner in a way that it will be really useful and helpful for me, the way that they have always been. Yeah. I also I did start my planner for like the end of 2026, so that's relevant to this video. This is in a Cognitive Surplus freshwater fish experimental size notebook. So it's kind of A5, but it's like a little taller and a little wider. I don't love it, the size that is, but I really like the cover of this journal. It's really funny. I love fish. So yeah, I was using it as like an Arabic language learning journal, but I kind of just do most of that on my phone, so I don't Like, it's good to have somewhere to practice writing, but like I have workbooks for practicing writing in Arabic, and I don't really need a journal for it right now. So yeah, this is my 2026 September to December planner. Much like in this one, I decided to like color code each month. So like this one's all red. There's no like variation in color from month to month. But this one I decided to do blue for September, orange for October, green for November, red for December. And so yeah, it's just like the headers. Like the dailies are the same always, but the headers change color. And I just think it's a little more fun and visually interesting. But yeah, this planner's not filled out like at all, really, because I made it recently, and I know I'm gonna be in classes for this period of time. I just don't know when the classes start or anything like that, and it's just a little too far into the future for me to be like really planning that far ahead. Am I prone to doing that? Yes, because like I said, I like to think about the future a lot. Like, I am a little crazy about the future. It keeps me up at night. But I try not to indulge too much in that side of my anxiety, and I just let the pages be. Another thing I don't like about this notebook, the paper sucks. Like, it sucks. It ghosts. I think like because I was using these pens, there was no bleeding, but like it came pretty close when I was using the Tombow markers. Like almost bleeding through on the pen test page. I just don't like the paper. The paper texture is like sandy, and it's like off-white. It's not really creamy, but it's also not bright white. And it's dot grid, and I despise dot grid. I'm honestly like not excited to use this as a planner at all, but the cover was really cute, so I did it. For 2027, I'm trying an all new notebook that I've never used before, the Yasari notebook 5mm grid, because I like 5mm grid for my planners. It has a ton of pages, so I am thinking that this will be my entry back into like a yearly planner. Or not. We'll see how many months I can fit in here, because 1 month is like, it only has 96 sheets, and 1 month takes like around 20 sheets of paper for my planner style. So like this one has 100 sheets and it only has 8 months, so maybe it won't be the whole year, but it might be like my 2026 planner, where it's like the spring semester and the summer, and that'll be good enough. But yeah, I'm excited to use this one. The paper is exquisite. It's a little wider than like the Life notebook. It's like pretty white, and the grid is a little darker, which I'm not like stoked about, but it's not like it's too harsh on my eyes, and it's just a planner. Like, if I was using this for journaling, it would be a different story. Like, I simply would not use this for journaling, because that would be way too harsh on my eyes for that. But as a planner, I see no problems with this, because I'm not going to be staring at it for long periods of time. I usually just like dip in and dip out of my planners and use them as needed. I don't spend too much time in them. The most time I spend in my planner is when I'm constructing it. So that's just something to think about. But yeah, this paper's really nice. I saw this on like a stationery website and immediately wanted to have it, hence why I have it a whole year in advance. That's right, I'm not touching this thing until it's time to make my 2027 planner, because I just really wanted to have it. Also, I was scared. Like, I saw it on like a stationery website I've never seen before, and I was like, I don't know if they're gonna keep having it in stock or not. The stationery store I go to here in Philadelphia doesn't carry it, so I just bought it just in case I couldn't get it in the future. Yep. So that's why I have that. But yeah, I'm really excited about my 2026 planner. I'm like pretty excited for the new year. I'm very ready for 2025 to be over. It was kind of a really difficult year for me because of school not working out the way I wanted it to work out, and having to transfer schools because of that, and being extremely financially unstable because of being a tattoo artist. And yeah, it's been a rough go for this year, and mental illness stuff getting in the way on top of everything else. So I'm ready for it to be a new year and start school again and have a little more structure to my day every day. Have things to do on my days off that are not just being on my computer or tattooing. I really like being in academia. I do very well having like homework and studying to do. It just really suits me. Yeah, it can be very stressful, obviously. Like, school is not like all roses and fairies and butterflies. It's very difficult and challenging, and it definitely takes its toll on me. But I think overall, being in school is definitely better for me than like doing nothing. And I haven't graduated yet, so like the doing nothing part is truly just doing nothing. Like, don't have a degree to get a job with. So I'm really just trying to like finish school so that I can start working or go to grad school as soon as possible. And as soon as possible means like, I don't know, by like 2028, 2029. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my planners for 2026. I think they're cute. Anyways, maybe I'll upload again sooner rather than later. But I think for now, that's kind of it.